Welcome everybody to another episode of Shot in the Dark. I am your host, John Siino Evil here. Let's get right down to it. The end of an era, the last couple of AEW Dark shows that are being taped from Daly's Place. Since the start of the pandemic, when they started using Daly's Place on a full-time basis, a lot of these talents were used. Hence why we had hours upon hours and matches upon matches with all this talent. And it has been said that, unfortunately, with them going on the road, a lot of these guys, they cannot bring with them. So I know Cody Rhodes went on the record of saying to the indies to, sign some of these guys or, give some of these guys work, like Fuego Del Sol, Kylan King. But it's pretty interesting because some of the top names here are not signed. So what's going to happen with the Varsity Blondes? None of them are signed, neither Julia Hart and Brian Pillman, as far as I know, is still signed with MLW. Then you have a team like the Wingmen, where only Peter Avalon is signed, and then Chaos Project, where it's only Luther and not Serpentico. So interesting if they're going to sign some of these guys or start bringing them, but I'm sure we'll see them again when they have their homecoming in August. But let's get down to AEW Dark Elevation. Thunder Rosa with a record of 16-2 defeated Layla Gray with a record of 0-6 easily with the Fire Thunder driver. Scorpio Sky defeated Marcus Cross, making his debut. Cross is the former tag team partner of Griff Garrison. They were known as the Master and the Machine. I've seen them in Ring of Honor. And Cross has very abnormally big hair, I guess you can say. And the commentary just kept talking about it, making fun of it. Ethan Page was on commentary as well. At one point, Sky kind of tossed him by the hair, which got a big pop from the crowd, and he does win with the TKO. Hikaru Shida with a record of 32-4, ranked number 5, defeated Danny Jordan with a record of 0-6. Danny Jordan, maybe for the last time, brings her burn book back. It says things like Shida couldn't beat Britt Baker, called her Shida No Belts, and says that she needs a kendo stick to stay relevant. Pretty long competitive match here by Dark standards, and Shida wins with the katana. Also, really quick, a lot of these women recently did have a tryout with NXT, so we might be seeing a Danny Jordan or a Tisha Price, for example, in there, since they are in Florida. Orange Cassidy defeated Angelico, a good back and forth match here with Cassidy hitting the mousetrap out of nowhere for the win. After him and Chuck Taylor took out Angelico and Jack Evans, but then the Blade and the Bunny headed to the ring to go face-to-face with Cassidy and Chris Statlander, which they keep calling the first ever mixed match tag team match in AEW history. I guess they forgot about Shaq and Jade versus Cody and Red Velvet. Serena Deeb defeated Tasha Price. Deeb, she's officially calling herself the Woman of 1,000 Holds by Justin Roberts, even has a robe that she's wearing that says it, and Paul White says that he wants to get a robe like that, or even a cape like Captain Insano from Waterboy. Are we going to see Captain Insano sometime soon? Who knows? Deeb has a very vicious style here. Instead of going for cover, she continues to beat down Price, but she does win with the Serenity Lock. Another week, another Alex Marvez asking Joey Janela for a medical update. Janela says nothing. Marvez asks why Janela was late in helping Sonny Kiss from its attack from the Hardy family office, and Marvez remembers that, oh yeah, because they were at the melon farm together. Then reveals that Janela and Sonny will be on Britt Baker's waiting room on Dark. Stay tuned for that. Janela is frustrated and just walks off. And in the main event, only 6 matches here. Dante Martin defeated Serpentico. Nice match here. Martin wins with a flipping cutter. And then Chaos Project starts attacking Martin until Matt Sydal comes out for the save. So yeah, only 6 matches. This is going to be the norm for AEW Dark going forward. We shall see next week. AEW Dark. This is not 6 matches. This was 17 matches, including waiting room, over 2 hours here. Lance Archer defeated the debuting Ryan Mantell with the Helicoaster. Mantell has been known as Moonshine Mantell in MLW and Impact. QT Marshall and Aaron Solo defeated Terrell and Terrence Hughes. QT gets the pin after the diving cutter. We go to the return of the waiting room. No way to end Daly's Place with the waiting room. Britt Baker and Reba, they welcome their guests, Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela. Janela pretty much starts kissing up to Baker. Says he's going to get his teeth fixed soon. Sonny Kiss comes out frustrated, kind of pushes Janela away from him. And then Sonny Kiss starts saying how if it wasn't for him, he wouldn't have had these high-profile matches against Hangman Page and Kenny Omega. And instead of saving him from his beatdowns, Joey Janela was at the Go-Go Bars, and then Janela says that he can explain why, and starts to announce Alex Marvez, who doesn't come out. He goes in a corner, calls Marvez on the phone, and Marvez says that he's currently at the Go-Go Bar. Janela apologizes to Sonny and says he has no one to blame but himself. He doesn't want to turn Bad Boy Summer into Sad Boy Summer, and says that they have fans, and he wants to be his tag team with Sonny Kiss. So they hug it out, and then we have this really awkward thing where when Sonny Kiss turns his back, Janela kind of teases going for a super kick, like Shawn Michaels style with the the barbershop window. Even Britt Baker is kind of encouraging it, but they just keep on hugging and they walk off. So stay tuned. This saga does not end. Abaddon defeated Natalia Markova with the leg hook DDT. Matt Sydal gets a win over Carly Bravo with the lightning spiral. The Blade defeated Trey Lamar, making his debut. Lamar, I've been seeing a lot of indie star from GCW, AEW. He was looking good here in a short time. But the Bunny slides in brass knuckles for the Blade to take out Lamar for the pin. Bear Bronson defeated the debuting Big Trouble Ben Bishop. Bishop is from OVW. Bronson here gets his first singles win. Marco Stunt and Fuego Del Sol, part of the Vlog crew, defeated Baron, Black, and Ryzen. Fuego pins Ryzen with a Tornado DDT. Yes, you heard that right. Fuego gets his first win in AEW after 34 straight losses. After the match, Sammy Guevara, Alan Five Angels, and Griff Garrison come out to celebrate with Fuego and Marco in what could be described as their version of the curtain call, as this could be possibly Fuego Del Sol's last appearance. Chris Statlander defeated Viva Vaughn, making her debut with the Big Bang Theory. Vaughn has been appearing in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood lately. Varsity Blondes defeated Chad Lennox and Zachariah as Pillman pins Lennox with a diving clothesline. Varsity Blondes are still labeled as number one contenders in the tag team division, so hopefully they can stick around. And Helico defeated Prince Kai with a Navarro Death Roll. Interesting note, after the match, and Helico keeps on dancing, and then he kind of bumps into Wheeler Utah, who comes out for his next match, and they have a little stare down, and Wheeler Utah gets a surprising pin over Ryan Nemeth. Ryan Nemeth was too busy showboating and talking to the wingman on the outside, so Utah just rolls up on Nemeth for the surprising pin. Is this the end of the wingmen? We shall see. Sean Spears and Wardlow continue their tag team as they defeat Hunter Knott and Rosario Grillo, making their debuts. They're coming from the Nightmare Factory. Easy win here with Spears pinning Knott after the C4. And after the match, Spears tries to continue to attack him with a chair, but the referee stops him. Ty Conti defeated Kylan King. Real competitive match here from both of these women. Conti gets the hard-fought victory with the DD tie. Varsity Blondes, a quick promo backstage saying that they will stay consistent and win the tag team titles, so maybe they are sticking around. Colt Cabana, 10, Alan Five Angels, Alex Reynolds defeated Will Allday, Jason Hotch, Chandler Hopkins, and Dean Alexander. Quick 8-man action here, with Angels pinning Alexander after a frog splash. Jack Evans defeated Mike Stadell. Evans pretty much got the pin out of nowhere with a backslide, as Matt Hardy at ringside kept yelling, "You don't know Jack," throughout the match. Red Velvet defeated Ashley Box. Nice showing here from Velvet, winning with the Chef's Kiss. And the main event, Eddie Kingston and Penta El Zero Miedo defeated Chaos Project, with Penta pinning Serpentico after a package pile driver. NWA Powerrr, TV title match to start the show. The Pope defeated Sal Rinauro with the Elijah Express with over a minute and 40 seconds left on the clock. After the match, Tyrus comes out with Austin Idol, Black Cheese, and Jordan Clearwater, pretty much just yelling at each other, and then they have an interview after where Idol says that the Pope will get a match with Tyrus. They hype up the championship series, which will start on July 27th. They said that there's going to be 8 champions and 20 competitors, and only one winner gets the prize. Kylie Ray and Serena Deeb defeated Sky Blue and Thunder Rosa, with Kylie making Blue submit as Rosa and Deeb keeps fighting to the back. Jack Stain and Crimson have an interview where Dane brings out Slice Boogie as some sort of alliance or help, and Crimson gets upset at this and walks off. May Valentine with JR Kratos backstage asking if he respects his tag team partner Aaron Stevens, and he says he sort of likes him, but the respect has to be earned. Bestia 666 and Make a Wolf Love Rebellion come out to fight El Rudo, Luke Hawks, and PJ Hawks, but they do have a mystery partner with them in this Lucha Rules match, and that is Homicide, making his return, his first time in NWA since January of 2000, when he was tag team partners with Eddie Kingston. Mecha Wolf gets the pin on Luke Hawks after hitting a 450 splash that they call the Mark of the Beast. And the main event for the vacant national championship, Chris Adonis defeated JTG. No Strictly Business on ringside. And the finish is Adonis has JTG in the master lock, and then Fred Rosser comes out and throws in the towel to everybody's surprise. And after the match, Trevor Murdoch, who was on commentary, kind of questions Rosser on why he did that. NXT UK, Amelia McKenzie defeated Isla Dawn. Good match here. It looked like Dawn had the match won, but she starts doing some sort of like spell on McKenzie's head, and then McKenzie kind of comes out of nowhere and wins with a running double knees to the back for the win. Gallus was asked about their matches between Mark Coffey and Wolfgang's. They're like a little friendly rivalry that they got here, and they are both tied at 1-1 apiece, and Coffey says he has a plan as he walks off. Heritage Cup, Tyler Bate defends against Jack Stars. He wins here in round 4 after hitting a Tyler Driver 97, and after the match, Mark Coffey comes out to raise Bates' hand just to smack him in the face and run off, so that could be the next program. Sid Scala interrupts Pretty Deadly's photo shoot, saying that it's nice for them to give Subculture a title shot. They said that they didn't, but because they have to earn it, so Scala makes a one-on-one match for next week with Mark Andrews versus Lewis Howley, and if Andrews wins, they do get a title shot. Michael Satomura comes out pretty much celebrating her UK women's title championship win. Nina Samuels comes out and it looks like she's going to challenge her, but she gets attacked from behind by a male. A male says she's sick of seeing the same girls here and she should be the next challenger. She gets in Mako's face, who knocks her down and says enough talking, and she will get her match. We go to footage from last week after Rampage Brown's match with Dragunov and Joe Coffey, where Coffey comes in and sits down next to him. They get all buddy-buddy, and then Rampage says that they have settled nothing. We get another vignette for Blair Davenport. This time, she's speaking and says that it was only a matter of time till she ended in the greatest women's division on earth, and says that she has arrived at NXT UK. She reveals her face, showing that she is the former Bea Priestley. Aoife Valkyrie defeated Mila Schmidt, making her debut with a flying leg drop off the top rope. During the match, Jinny comes out to keep an eye on them and has a stare down with Valkyrie after the match. We get a video from Kenny Williams hyping up his upcoming match with Nathan Frazer. And the main event, Jordan Devlin defeated A-Kid. A really good match here. Devlin wins by submission in over 15 minutes by bending A-Kid's knee all the way back till he submits. 205 Live, couple of breakout qualifying matches here. These are obviously the 205 roster has been depleted recently, so a lot of these people are going to be new faces, starting with Andre Chase, the former Harlem Bravado from Evolve Wrestling, comes out and defeats Guru Raj. Raj had that one match with Finn Balor at the Superstar Spectacle, the Indian show that they had on the network. Chase actually keeps his Evolve music, so nice to hear that, and he does win here with a modified Fisherman Suplex, and Joe Gacy defeated Desmond Troy with a springboard into a lariat. Gacy is another guy that's from Evolve, and Troy is the former Denzel Dejournay, who hasn't appeared on NXT since December, and the crowd was really behind him in this match. New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong has their Fireworks Frenzy show, with Leo Rush defeated Adrian Quest with the springboard stunner. I guess Rush is still retired, but he is cutting promos saying that he's going after the title, so obviously this was taped before his announcement. Hikuleo defeated Jordan Clearwater with a Death Valley Driver, and Fred Rosser defeated Bateman with a Power Slam in a really good main event. I'm really looking forward to Fred Rosser heading over to Japan hopefully soon and fight the core roster of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Ring of Honor, we have two matches here. Pure Rules match, Jonathan Gresham defeated Fred Rehai. Fantastic match here with Gresham rolling up Yehai out of nowhere for the win. And the main event was a fight on the farm between the Briscoe brothers, Jay and Mark Briscoe. This was legit them just fighting on a farm, no commentary, not a cinematic style. Their father, Papa Briscoe, was the referee. They have a ring set up in the barn. They're fighting outside all over the farm. They're fighting on a truck. The match ends with Mark Briscoe jumping off of a barn roof onto Jay, who's on the table, and Papa Briscoe comes in, asking if they got this all out of their system, brings them back into the ring, and says, finish this up, and go back to being the baddest tag team on the planet, but first you gotta clean all this mess up. On WWE main event, Veer making his debut. Veer is the former Rinku from Indushir. He defeats Drew Gulak here. And Mason T-Bar defeated Graham Metalik and Lindsay Dorado, a match which I feel like I see every week, including Monday Night Raw now. And the WWE Network editions of the week, Progress Chapter 114 and ICW Fight Club, which has the return of British wrestling legend Doug Williams making his return, his first match in ICW since 2016. That is it from me. You guys can catch me here next week for another episode of Shot in the Dark.